This conference will now be recorded.
I'll open the meeting with a pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Conference will now be recorded.
I think that's Peter.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at Peter's butt.
Who?
The eagle.
Oh, yes, good.
Always look around.
No, thank you. Okay, clerk items. Do I have a motion to approve public hearing? Do you want to do those separately, public hearing and
I wonder if, unless Peter's on, I wonder if we can do that because only two of you who were here for that meeting.
It's
Are
Peter
here.
Holderate. Are you here?
I don't think he'd call himself Jay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so we might have to defer that to the next meeting.
Yep, we will.
Officially
Okay.
approve it.
So, public hearing and the board meeting, right?
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah,
do we have to make a motion to do all that?
yeah,
Sure.
So moved.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Is that Peter? If it is, he comes in later, we can always go back to him.
Yeah.
Item B is Kathy Swazo, PE agreement, general village assistance. You're familiar with that one, you want it, are you?
Yeah, so we have a contract with Ivan for his engineering services, and his is sort of a blanket coverage. Kathy does hers by project and or just basic village work. So this first one for general village assistance, she came up to look at the sidewalks and want to make sure we have a contract that states that, you know, she's doing engineering work for us.
Okay, so this is a potential one for West Valley.
And any other general village assistance that she may give us.
Okay,
Okay, so I followed up with Art. I mean, is she charging us for this?
For the agreement, no.
Okay, only because in further discussions with the town, if we
possibly we'll do the engineering.
will do the engineering through the county. So,
I had a conversation with Brad on that, you may want to follow up with him.
okay,
Because
Changing
it's
by the
only
minute.
for a specific, theirs is just a GIS map. And the
who's theirs?
Essex County,
Okay,
just GIS. So their engineering will not qualify for what we need if we go out for any grants.
Okay, so
It will,
what,
it will qualify on a general, hey, we're gonna pay for this, but if we go out for any grants, you have to have an engineering.
but
report.
either way, this is just an agreement that she can do
Yeah,
if we
that
ask
she
her.
can do service for us
Okay.
if we decide to use her.
So then we'll wait and see how the dust settles.
right, and this wasn't gonna even happen until January
Yeah,
with the town, okay.
So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. And item C is Captain Swazo again, water treatment plant upgrade service modifications.
we changed the scope of the engineering that she was doing at the water treatment plant, so we just updated the contract that we currently have.
Okay. Any questions? On the motion to accept?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Item D, posting of Main Street flower request for information. I think I know what that one is, but let me do, this is the request for proposal. Would you like to describe that one?
Certainly. What we've done is just, it's not really a proposal, it's just an information piece, recognizing what we've been able to accomplish with the pots and just,
Gathering some information
Yeah.
from some outside vendors.
I
to
mean,
see
yeah, exactly.
if there's any interest, and if so, what they're willing to do.
And
Since beautification is now going
in a different direction.
And we don't know what direction it's really going in, really. That's the bottom line.
No,
This
we
is
don't.
just gathering information, so if we do have to make a decision.
If we do, and you know, if we have sticker shock, we may need to back up and regroup.
Yes.
Okay. So do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Okay, Sports Council request for installation of cauldron in Brewster Park pending legal verbiage from Janet when she returns. Any questions on that? Do I-
So moved.
Second.
That was a pretty weak second.
Do we need to have discussion on this?
Well, let's go over some of that if you'd like. It's something that's coming in 2 pieces temporarily. It'll be there for the games and it can always come out at the end. And that is the agreement. That will be part of the legal verbiage.
But as you've seen it, it really does invite itself to be climbed on. I just think, I guess that's why I'm like, let's wait and see what Janet.
Well, the approval is pending legal verbiage from Janet, I suppose. The insurance would have to come from the sports council, is what you're getting at.
I think there's a lot of insurance that's going to need to come from sports council.
I agree.
That
Mhm.
Full part.
Well, we've got
Like,
2
I spoke to her
directions.
about today.
We can,
The 20 of them? Yep.
Mhm.
we can table this until we've had a chance for Janet to talk about it.
I think I'd ask for that.
So,
I'd like to ask for a table.
okay. Am I mistaken or not that there was some need for speed on this, but what you're saying is, in our opinion, let's wait, let Janet chime. We can always have a special meeting if we need to, and they need something quick after we've had a chance to talk to Janet.
I think Carlin said that mid-October was okay.
Okay, so could I have a motion to table E?
I'd like a motion to table E.
I suppose.
Where's Peter and me?
Well,
I just see a lot of liability.
well, and if it's not going to matter to them,
There's trees in the park that are a liability too, that kids climb. Like in Mid's Park, those kids climb the trees during the music.
But that's our liability. If they're going to take liability for it, go ahead.
yeah, I think that's what
There's just
Janet's
so
going
much
to do
that's gonna
for
go
us.
on
Rock
that
wall in
street
the
that I
parking
think-
lot. Kids climb on that all the time.
Janet will give us, she should have a chance to look at that, so did you reluctantly agree to the table?
That's fine.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
I vote aye as well. Okay. We also have a highway resignation, item F. That is Tyler Preston, and he's been with us 17 years. We reluctantly accept his resignation. We thank him for his years of service, and we wish him well in his next venture. Do I have a motion to accept Tyler Preston's resignation?
I make the motion with regret.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and our item G is parking enforcement officer resignation, which is Jason Beanie. And Jason has been with us for 5.5 years, and we also are thanking him for his years of service and wish him well in his next venture as well. Do I have a motion to accept Jason Beanie's resignation?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that was accepted as well. H, posting of laborer, MEO position, 2 full-time positions. And that's highway, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions there? Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. And then I is posting a parking enforcement officer position. Any questions?
No.
First,
So moved.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. J, posting of Main Street attendant, 1 or 2 full-time or part-time positions.
Can I ask the question?
Sure.
What if we decide to create that position that we were offering?
We're still going to need 2 people on each street.
Okay, so this is.
And this was prior to any of
Right,
that.
we've been trying to
This
do this
all
all,
summer.
I know, we were
Yeah.
trying to do that,
Yeah,
okay.
It includes like cleaning bathrooms and stuff that is not
Yeah.
part of that other position.
Correct, but it was also, part of this position was,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
all right.
And we have posted this position previously, but we are requesting to modify or tweak it in the ad to state that hours are flexible.
Yep.
Just to see if we can get somebody more enticed to apply.
Great.
So I'm sorry, did we already have a first and a second?
We did, we
Do
discussed
we have a
first.
first?
Yes, I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye as well. Okay, posting of account clerk position. Any questions? Okay, first
I'll make the motion.
and second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Okay, and should we do I and M separately?
It's the same dollar amount for each.
Just do them together?
Mhm.
If that's all right with you too?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. It's I and M are hourly wage increase account for clerks 1 and 2. Does anyone have any questions? Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. And then N is ratify dock doctor's use of boat on Mirror Lake for dock installation. Obviously, it's not our dock yet, but will be in the future. Do I have a
Oh, no,
motion?
this is
This is
for
not,
different.
this is,
This has nothing to do with this.
No,
this
I'm just
is-
saying it's
yeah.
not ours now, but in the future.
Yeah.
We'll
Did
hopefully have
Peter's
them.
question get answered about the invasive species on the?
Yeah,
having his boat
and they
inspected.
stopped by the fire department to
Perfect.
have it inspected. Yeah, and this actually should all be done by now because they started on Friday. So
Oh, good. I didn't
We
notice.
call this a rubber stamp.
that's what they said.
I saw the truck by.
Do I have a motion to ratify?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. And then O is Lake Placid Elementary School Halloween Parade, October 31st.
I'll make the
Hopefully
motion.
we'll have fresh pavement.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I hope.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Is there anything else from the clerk?
No, that is all.
Okay. And Treasury, we have warrant affidavits number 4.
Jackie fought me for it.
I did.
She
Tooth and
screwed it
nail.
in to get that.
What's a big one?
No, it's not really, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it was just.
2 million, just to nothing big, okay.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, New York Power Authority,
Yeah.
National Grid, they're all pretty, oh, and a bond payment.
I'm sorry, did we get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, aye as well. Okay, do that. Let's see, any new business to come before the board tonight? Going once?
I guess the only thing we have elections coming up for the LPBA, and right now I'm vice president, which isn't really an active role, and I have a feeling that I will get thrown under the bus and be president because Lori
Lori
can't
can't.
do it anymore. So,
Have you ever been president before?
oh,
3 times.
four or 5 times.
Is she, because of her
Yeah,
commitment to LP20?
she'll be too busy,
Yeah.
and then she wants to retire, she said, so
Is she still doing
we'll see.
holiday calls?
No.
No.
Did they get?
Oh, yeah, there's a small committee doing that.
I think Kathleen has been contacting me about it, so.
I volunteered for
Or Catherine.
Christmas cause. My
Oh.
parents want to do it so bad.
Oh, do they?
So, and they have the costumes.
Cool. Yeah, it's not gonna be huge, but it's not gonna be scaled back too much, so.
Okay, so you're telling us you're thinking about becoming president of LPBA?
Yeah, I might have to.
Just as an information, you're still going to be a trustee?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, great. Anything else for new business? Okay, under old business, we have a board workshop for tomorrow at 3:30, which we did not have enough time.
It's not,
We didn't have the regular 2-week notice, but we have given it to the newspaper and we're just doing it again so that anyone that hears about it knows about it.
Is Peter gonna be here? Because if Peter's
we'll
not
call. I
here,
was sure he was gonna be here today.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I thought he was going Saturday to Saturday.
that's what I thought.
Well, even if he's not here, we can still, no.
Mm-mm.
Well,
Mm-mm.
Well, we'll find out and we'll
Yeah.
notify the press and.
okay,
let everyone
So-
know.
Really, because this should be
This should be our
our
final
final, it really should. I mean, we're like so close, we just need to make sure everybody's on the same page.
and if I remember the email chain, you weren't available after a couple days, right?
Tuesday and Friday, right?
What's it?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Right, he was available Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah, whatever I gave her.
Okay, all right.
Jackie knows your schedule better than
I've
I
got a
do.
bunch of meetings this week.
Okay, so if Peter's not around, then we'll just have to look at that and possibly reschedule. Okay.
I just texted him to see if I
Is there any commissioner reports?
Anita, the website
Oh, good.
is.
Is it
We're
good?
gonna get to review a first
And if
Friday.
it could be done by, the end of October.
So when you say review, this would be a review of the whole thing, not just a segment like we've been.
Right, they've been migrating the information over to the new site, so we'll be able to see how it
Before it goes
flows.
active.
Yeah, yep.
Do you know what we're talking about there?
Oh, crap.
Yes,
Peter.
I do actually.
Sorry.
Tell Peter, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just says Peter in my phone.
I think we don't have Peter here. Okay.
Okay.
Are you coming to the meeting? Is that what you texted him?
Yeah, 4:30.
Okay, so moving on then to
All
mayor
right.
items.
Bye.
That wasn't Peter
I'm
Holder.
gonna get crucified later.
Okay.
It's the second time I've done that.
Okay, so under old business, we're going to wait and find out if Peter Holder is available. Anything else old business? I think the answer was no. Commissioner reports. Let me jump to mayor items. I'm sorry, went out of sequence there. Tomorrow, Wednesday, October 5th at 1:30. I put out the wrong information before on October 4th, but it is Wednesday, the 5th at 1:30. There'll be a dedication of Brewster Park. Anyone that would like to join us, we'd love to have you. Okay, anything else? No, I guess I could report that the trip to Torino was very successful. All the right speeches were given, all the right people were talked to. The presentation that was done by the LP23 group over there was very well done, very well received. And we made a lot of good connections and a lot of good friends.
Can Sydney interview on Monday?
What's that?
Can Sydney interview you next?
You bet.
Okay.
As long as I got time.
Monday's
I'm
Columbus
happy.
Day.
Oh, Tuesday.
I could probably still do Monday, but okay, whenever.
I don't know if Cindy wants to.
But that was a great trip. And then when on the way back, we stopped in New York City and did a presentation there, where I guess now the torch will start touring around New York City, New York State. Commissioner reports. Now we're back to that. Anybody have any commissioner reports?
I guess that was my LPDA one.
The Nordic, the decorations have arrived.
Okay.
We reviewed them, or debuted them at the
They're very pretty.
meeting this morning.
Okay, before the brackets came, now the actual decorations came.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep, so we're ready to go. Gonna drive around with Stuart and Sharice again, just to look and see what the town can help us with too, because a lot of the stuff is, town portion.
Okay, great.
So we really haven't changed that drive around that we did in January.
That's good. I
Yeah.
thought we did a pretty good job then.
Yeah, I thought so too.
One place you may want to look at that I couldn't suggest before, the big white birch tree in the front of the Olympic Motor Inn property.
Oh,
I no longer own the property.
okay.
So that tree, when it's lit up, remember we had other private properties we were trying to illuminate? That tree really stuck out in the years I did it. I believe the hotel will be doing the blue spruces, but that big birch tree is nice out by the road, just to throw it out if the committee
Okay.
likes it. Boy, do I even want to get into where we are with the Main Street. I believe the big concern is tomorrow, if we can get a blacktop plant to be open, they're going to do the touch-up work they need to do up on Main Street before the final paving, which is going to be Wednesday and Thursday.
Touch up like going up the side streets.
They had Brad just said there was some touch-up they had to do up on the upper Main Street, shimming to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have the right mix from the Plattsburgh plant that the state wants on Wednesday and Thursday. And the weather looks good, so that's all going to get done. And then the big thing is after that, we need to stripe it with state-approved epoxy paint versus waterproof or water-based paint. So that's going to be the kicker because, as you know, Friday is,
The day before a long weekend.
well, but it's also forecasted to be chance of rain.
Oh,
If
snow
that's-
Snow
is-
on Saturday.
Snow
If
on
that
Saturday.
forecast could change on Friday, we're doing everything we can to work it out to see if we can get someone in here. But if not, then we'll need to keep the detours up until next week when we can get the striping done.
We changed the forecast for Saturday too. I gotta stain my.
You know, I made the comment before, it was a 3-year project that got done in less than 2 years. But since Labor Day, it seems like everything has been hard to work through and hard to schedule. If we had had that the entire time, it would have been 3 years. I know it's going to be a problem that we have to go into next week, but we're so lucky that we didn't go into next year. And I know no one on Main Street wants to hear that, but
The striping won't take nearly as long as.
it just needs, if Friday is sunny and nice, the guy can come, we're done. But if he can't, then we got to keep the detour up so that we have it for next week. But that's the sad news. It just says chance of rain on Friday, and that's possible that maybe it's going to be in the southern part of the area. Let's pray.
50%.
Okay. Anything else from commissioner reports? Public comments? Anything, Andy, from you?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Hey, that's great. Yeah, I just want to. I'm wondering on item E, the installation of the cauldron. Could you just explain what they're trying to do for that? Are they going to have a cauldron up there? Is it an official cauldron or is it a temporary cauldron?
It's the official cauldron for the World University Games. The spot they've picked that they want is in Brewster Park at the end of Main Street.
Okay, so that'll be basically lit up the entire time?
That's correct. And I'm guess maybe you have or haven't heard about it yet, but being ecology friendly, it's not really going to be a flame. It's going to be LED lights to replicate a flame.
Right, yeah, like the torch.
That's correct. That's what we got
Yeah.
from Tree when we captured the light into a box, and now that is what this will be. So yes, that will be the official flame that's lit for the games. And then the big discussion afterwards, well, will it stay there or will it move out of there?
Gotcha.
To be determined.
All righty. So when will you guys decide whether to keep it or not? After the games or sometime within the next within the next couple months?
I would say after the games, and possibly maybe by next spring. I'm kind of looking at it like when Paris had the World's Fair there, and the Eiffel Tower was supposed to be built for the World's Fair. It was such an eyesore and taken down, and now it's a landmark. We want to leave it open so that in case we like it and it wants to stay there, we can. But if we don't feel it's the appropriate place, we can take it out.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you.
Okay. Anybody else at home? I don't know who Jay is.
No, thank you.
No. I'm sorry, Jay.
Thank you.
Oh, no. Do you have any questions?
Great. No, I think it's been good to sit in on.
Okay. Nothing else to come before the board then? I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Thank you very much for your time.